Hello and welcome to episode 257 of the video show. Today we're talking about this stuff behind me and how that looks. So as you may have noticed in the last few episodes of the video show, I've put a bit of effort into creating this kind of set studio look. So I suggest sort of give you adverts, platforms, and they do a whole videos every week. Came in dribs and drabs. So I've got set up in this room where I can shoot these videos regularly, and it looks, I think, particularly good. So later on in the episode, we're going to be talking to Evelyne Brink about how she sort of inspired me to create these videos. So I've been working with Evelyne on various projects, and she is really, really good at creating sets from people's offices, just putting that effort in to make it look that bit more professional than it would if you put literally no effort in. So Evelyne takes like 5-10 minutes to do this, but by the end of it, it looks absolutely fantastic. So she inspired me to do it. We'll be talking to her later on. But first, let's take a closer look at this background here. Okay? So this is the behind the scenes look at the new sort of setup here in the studio. So we're based here in Andover, in my office, and we've got a few different things that we use for various backdrops. So previously I've used these paper roller things to use for various backdrops. I still use that in videos that people come to shoot here. These are the people that have come to shoot here so far. So everybody who comes to shoot here gets their photo on the door. Lovely. And then I've got various other things I use. So for Adam Lovelock's Whiteboard Weekly, he uses this massive whiteboard here, which is in the background for the second camera on the video show. And then the main camera sits here. There you go. And then we've got two lights here, and then one light above my head there to make sure I'm well lit. The second camera is here, there, pointing to my face there. So basically that second camera is to make sure that if I screw up or if anything happens where I need to sort of cut, I can always cut to that side angle to make sure that it looks a bit more seamless than if it was just sort of one camera cutting in and out if I screwed up. So the backdrop consists of a few different things. So I've got this massive Back to the Future poster that I bought probably 5 or 6 years ago. I've had it in my front room, I've had it in the office, but I haven't really put it up yet. It's the best film ever, so it's in the background of the video. Then I bought these various posters, other film posters, just online. So we've got Dial M for Murder here, which is a really good Alfred Hitchcock film. Groundhog Day, another really good film. And Clockwork Orange, brilliant film. If you haven't seen any of these films, go ahead and watch them, because they are absolutely brilliant films as well. So I think the frames cost about a few quid and the posters cost about £7 each, so not a lot. And then they're stuck on with, what are they called? The Velcro-y things. So they're very easy to get off. So if somebody else was to come along and wanted to shoot in this space, it'd be very easy to do so. They're stuck on now. Okay, and then we've got these boxes that I bought at a local garden centre for £7 each. So they're just wooden boxes, but they look quite cool in the background, I think. And then we've got this old film projector. That's one of the background props. And then my first camera for Red Productions when I set up in 2011. It's no use now because it takes DV tapes, but I think it looks a pretty good prop for the background. And I'm not going to throw it out because it's my first camera. And then the bottom one is waiting for a few things that you'll see in future episodes that I'll talk about. I also forgot the sofa that I've used in many, many videos before that I bought for about £50 about 3 or 4 years ago for the video show, and it's kind of featured heavily in it since. So that's it for this section of the video. In the next section, we're going to be talking to Evelyne Brink about how she inspired me to create this background to make sure it looks a bit more professional than my other videos have done up until this point. So I've always got this set up for the video show that I can change around if I need to, but it's already set up in my office, so it's very easy to set up. I've got marks on the floor where the camera goes if I need to move stuff around, and also where the sofa goes if I need to move it around. So every video will look exactly the same in terms of that first camera angle. So that's it. Let's talk to Evelyne about how she inspired me and how she goes about it, to see if you can pick up some hints and tips to do it for yourself. Evelyne, hello.
Hello, Mark. Good to see you.
Good to see you. So I've already spoke about how I've set up this background, and I spoke about how you sort of inspired me to set up this background in the office here. So what kind of things do you think about when you walk into like a space? If you walk into someone's office or wherever, what kind of things do you look at to try and make it look like a nice, neat background?
Love the question, and really, really, really love the background now. I love, what a great improvement. Thumbs up. So what are we looking for? I'll be really honest. The first thing I look for is what I don't like. What I don't like is when it's just white behind you, or just black, or too messy, or too, with men often it's very corporate, it's very like there's nothing. And with women, we often have just too much clutter, and it can be a bit, it's interesting because the camera shot is so small, you want to look for what should be in there. And I want to see something that makes me feel good, and that makes the video feel relevant. So you're a filmmaker. For you to have an old camera there tells me you're a film buff and you know your stuff and you're actually really into this. So it's genius. Because you used a wooden box that has a cozy feeling, so I feel good and I kind of feel a bit loved. There's a bit of love and coziness in there. And the Chesterfield as well gives the love and the coziness. At the same time, there's a bit of class, a bit of tradition. So you want to think about what the things that you have say about you, or just say, what are they speaking of? And that's what we're looking for in the background.
So unfortunately, that's all we have time for with Evelyne in this episode of the video show, episode 257. If you want to watch the whole entire interview, then I'll put a link below with that video there. It's a very good interview. She's got some really good tips on how to improve backgrounds. I think you can see the before and after in my videos, how my background looked and how it looks now. So let me know what kind of background you are currently using in your video, how you want to improve it. If you've already improved it yourself, send me some before and after pictures, and let's get talking about how you can improve your own background in your videos and why it's important. So that's it for episode 257. I'll see you next time in episode 258. Bye.